Hello there guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 13 of Civilization 6 as China, where we are still going for our cultural victory. We've not been to war for a while, and I'm quite happy for it to stay this way. Most of my early games of Civilization 6 were very, very warmongery, and to be fair, in Civilization 6, you only have to declare one war and you're a warmonger, but still. I found that the easiest way to win in Civilization 6 is to basically just go around and straight up attack everybody. So we'll give that one a bit of a break. So +1 gold for each of our envoys at city-state versus +2 gold, science, culture and faith for each city-state we are suzerain of. Well, we're only suzerain of about 3 or 4 city-states, which would be at most 8 gold. And we've got well more than 8 suzerains, but do we also want the culture and the science as well? We'll lose a bit of gold for doing this. So 46 gold goes down to 26 gold. We actually lost 20 gold. We can get a great writer, which is fantastic. That's just what we want. We can also try and get another suzerain. Leventa, you're being influenced by 4 civs, but Germany's only 2 ahead of us. So if we can get 2 with Leventa, which we can, we're now suzerain of another city-state. So that gives us another bit more, 2 more gold, 2 more science, 2 more culture, and 2 more faith as well. So we've got a great writer. You are going to need to move to an open amphitheatre slot. So we'll get you up to there, and you can use your first usage. We've got this guy. You're going to come down here to try and flip over Aachen. You're going to continue to try and flip over Aachen. Has it flipped yet? Yes, it has, actually. So we'll use the other one to do the other city over there, to do mains. You're probably going to beat me to Broadway, because I can't even unlock that yet. So I'll let you have it. I'm going to put you back onto Auto Explore, actually. I should do that. Can I put you onto Auto Explore? No. Can't put you back onto Auto Explore because you don't have any movement left. That's fine. So you should be able to get a seaside resort here, but it won't let you for some reason. So this is breathtaking. It's grassland. It's on the coast. But I can't build a seaside resort. This one always confuses me about seaside resorts. The actual rules. They can be built after researching the radio technology. They generate tourism based on the tile's appeal. Okay, but you're still not telling me what the criteria is for building them. Which is useless. Useless Civilopedia. Can only be built on coastal desert, coastal plains, or coastal grassland tiles. Coastal desert, coastal plain, coastal grassland. Minimum appeal of breathtaking. Well, okay, let's have a look at this tile here, shall we? This tile has a appeal of dark green, which is breathtaking, and it is on the coast, and it's grassland. But it's not my tile, is it, derp? I was going to say, everything I could think of was telling me that that should be doable, but it's because it's not in my territory. If we go there now we can build the seaside resort. There we go. Just me being dense. Still, the Civilopedia is absolutely useless. Wow. Look at that, Greece. I'm not going to go to war with Greece for one crappy little city there. Besides, it's on the other side of the lake, so... Or the other side of the little inland sea. I'm not bothered about that. But yeah, that was just me being dense. So we can send him down here. If he's got 2 builds left, which he has, we can go down there, clear the marsh, and get another one down there as well. So all of this is going to bump our tourism massively now. So we've got our spy. We can work on a broadcast centre. We really want to get these absolutely everywhere, so we should be working on them as soon as possible. You're going to go ahead and do another great work of writing there. So where are we going to send our spy to? We could always try and send you to Germany and see if we could steal whatever little bit of culture it is you've got there. So you do have a great work. We don't have a lot of chance of stealing it, but, you know, we'll give it a try. Start stealing other people's great works. Let's go ahead and put you back onto automation. And you instantly run into barbarians, which is usually the way it works. I could still send some more missionaries down to London and try and convert them. I'm still not entirely certain that I can be bothered with that. We probably want to get ourselves another builder or 3.
The whole palace complex is built along a central axis, the axis of the world. Everything in the 4 directions suspend from this central point, represented by these palaces.
Well, okay, we've got the Forbidden City, so that's going to give us an extra 5 culture, which doesn't really help towards the cultural win. However, what we can do now is pick up an extra wildcard policy. An extra wildcard policy. So we've got great writer, we've got great artist. So if we go ahead and get... What else would we like instead? So we can pick another one up. A great engineer could be useful. Let's get a great engineer for now until we can get great musicians, and then we'll swap those over. So we could choose our production here in the capital. So yeah, there's no way we're going to get Broadway. We could work on Cristo de Redentor. It would take absolutely ages, but it is so worth having it, and we've got plenty of places that we could build it on. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Cristo de Redentor. We really need to try and improve our production over here if possible as well. One thing that we could do, if we save up enough gold, we could just go ahead and buy the power plant in 7 turns. So that would give us a bit more of a boost as well. So we'll keep our eye on that one. Just try and boost that up. But yeah, getting Cristo de Redentor will be great for us. We can now get archaeologists. And we can get zoos. We don't really need any of those, I don't think. So we can choose a new civic. Not entirely bothered where we actually head from this point. I guess the Bolshoi Theatre could be useful. We can claim a great person, which is a great artist. So we'll definitely go and do that. We can send envoys. So let's start sending some to Seoul. See if we can become their suzerain. So we've got our great artist. Where can we send you? We do have an art museum somewhere. I remember building one, but I don't remember which of our cities it was in. It's down here in Alsdan. So let's go ahead and just teleport you down there. So we do need to get another art museum. We'll need to get some archaeological museums as well. We might actually have 1 or 2. We'll also need to get some archaeologists. So we can now see where these antiquities sites were. Although for some weird reason we could see them anyway. We just couldn't see the icon for them. For whatever weird reason that is. But yeah, we've got the antiquity sites now. So that will be good. So let's go ahead and... Oh, you actually need to move into the district. There we go. So it should have 3 slots. So let's go ahead and put all 3 of them in there. So we're really going to start bumping up our tourism now. So you can remove the marsh. Now, without the marsh, this will be... Let's double check. It is breathtaking. And it is grassland. So if we remove that, then on the next turn, you should be able to build a seaside resort there. Now, do we have to work that seaside resort to get the tourism from it? Doesn't look like we do. Fantastic. Haven't really built them before. I mean, I in the sort of preview build, I did go ahead and build a couple of them, but it was mainly just to build them. I didn't actually really utilize them. What happened there? Someone else stole a tech from me. There's Gorgo being hostile again for no other reason other than reasons. So yeah, who was that stole from me this time? Still doesn't tell me. Okay. Might have to get a defensive spy at some point. There we go. So what we'll do now is we will get the great musician points instead of the engineer. Choose a new civic. Let's go into conservation. So what do we want to produce over here? Let's go ahead and get these broadcast centres. We want a broadcast centre everywhere, essentially. So you could get a commercial hub, you can get a holy site. I think you should get a theatre square. Don't have any great tiles for one, but that will do. Send envoys. Make sure we're still the suzerain of everyone that we want to be, and we are. I guess we could start putting some into Toronto and getting some more production from our production zones, I think we'll start doing that, to be honest. Let's go ahead and put another great work in there. So we're now up to 91. And you should be able to get that seaside resort, and you can. We will need to get another worker out. I'm sure there's some more tiles up here that we could use. So your appeal is only average. Your appeal is charming. That is a hill, I think. Grassland, yeah, appeal's not too great there. What about this one down here? Where's my appeal? Which these were shortcut keyed. Yep, so we can actually get one down there as well. So there's quite a few of these. We'll try and span them out wherever we can. And that's another good thing about playing as China. Because you've got builders with all of these extra uses, you can really sort of rack up the amount of seaside resorts you get. Let's just go ahead and kill this guy. There we go. Gives us a tiny little bit of XP, which we didn't really need for anything, but we went ahead and did that anyway. So we are working on... Oh, you're denouncing me now. That's fine. You go ahead and denounce. Now, why are you denouncing me? You're denouncing me just because we have different governments. Right, fine. Like I said, it feels like there are so many different mechanics in Civilization 6 to make the AI dislike you that it's almost impossible to have or maintain any positive relationships with them, which I feel is a real shame. Because that was one of the great things about Civilization 5, is being able to make friends with the AI and bribe them to attack each other and stuff like that. You just can't really do anything like that in Civilization 6, and I feel that it's a bit of a missed opportunity. Let's get you to heal up and well, fortify up until you're healed. Apparently we've still got something else that needs orders giving to. That will be you. We don't want to delete you. Let's go and hide that. So we'll see if we can spread our religion over there. Now remember, we have got the Terracotta Army, which means we can move our archaeologists into other people's territory. We don't need open borders from them. We can go ahead and nick their antiquities sites, so that can be useful for us. We might not even need to do that, depending on how many antiquities we pick up. Now, what's going on over here at Germany? Oh, our spy just arrived. That's why we suddenly have vision all over the place. They seem to have quite a lot of units over here. Again, they still seem to be sticking with slingers and warriors. So the AI obviously still has some problems going on. Let's go ahead and consider upgrading to a field cannon. We'll move this field cannon in there. And then this one could move over to that continent. I'm just worried that Germany might try and attack. It's unlikely, but it is possible. Theatre Square here would take 39 turns, which is just a touch shy of forever. But we'll go ahead and get one anyway. We'll try and get them in every single place we can. Let's go ahead and gain sources. And what we might try and do first is just steal money or do something that will actually get our spy promoted. If we're lucky, we can get a promotion that'll make it easier for him to be able to steal stuff. So we could trade with London. We get quite a bit if we traded with London, actually. Including some extra culture and some faith and some production. So you go ahead and trade with London. So that is fine right there. So you've healed up now. You can go back to automated exploration. And on to the next turn that we go. What's going on over there? That's just our caravel exploring around. There's still quite a big section of the map that we haven't uncovered yet. I was going to save that money up to buy the power plant, but I've kind of completely forgotten about that. But we can get power plants now. So let's choose a new research. And I think we probably want to have a look at the research tree, because I'm not entirely certain on what we want to work towards. Because nothing really helps with culture from this point on. I guess we could go chemistry so we can get research labs just to help us with tech in the future. Still not necessarily convinced we'll need it. Let's get you over here for safety's sake. So we've managed to get the flip on that. Let's go ahead and just see if we can spread up here to the city-state. And that will help continue to exert pressure for our religion. So, we're not making a huge amount of money. We could do with a few more commercial hubs, if I'm perfectly honest. But I really do want to try and get as many theatre districts built as possible. This one over here at Afros is quite slow, to be fair. So, you could build the bank. Well, we are quite short of money, but I would like the broadcast centre. So, let's go ahead and work on that. I still want to get another builder. We could just save up and buy a builder. So you go over there and use your last spread. Wasn't quite enough. But it will probably flip organically at some point. I don't think it'll be too far away before that happens. Especially as it's right in the middle of a lot of other cities that all have that same religion. And I don't want to have to go through what I did on my last game of basically just buying missionaries and apostles every turn. Because that becomes very, very tedious. I mean, it was nice to do the religious victory, but it is a tedious victory type. It really, really is tedious. Russia's used the knights. You see, a lot of the AIs are still using very old, outdated units. But that's the problem, you see. I mean, if Germany doesn't have access to iron, then they can't upgrade these to swordsmen. If they don't have access to niter, then they can't upgrade them to musketmen. I mean, I'm in pretty much the same situation, really. Because I don't have any melee units apart from this one pikeman. And the reason I don't have any melee units is because I don't have any iron. I did have some for a while because I was getting some from another city. There's a little bit there that's out of reach, but I don't have any iron and I don't have any niter. I was going to go and settle a city up here, but that never actually happened. Again, it's a bit too late now to start another city up there. Let's go ahead and delete that, but there was a time when I had considered getting a city up there. There's another Greek one, so Greece is starting to really sort of spread out right now. So yeah, I kind of wish I'd have saved up enough gold to just build the power plant over here, because 32 turns on Cristo de Redentor is quite a long time. And it's going to be a long time before we grow in population as well. I'm not necessarily sure that there's too much we can do to improve the production there. So I guess we just have to wait and see if we get lucky. Being denounced by Britain. I do love the facial animations and everything for... See, sometimes it says England, sometimes it says Britain. Which confuses me what they're supposed to be down as in this game. It's the same with Germany. Sometimes they're down as Germany and sometimes they're down as the German Empire. So it says the English Empire. We've been sabotaged again. That's going to hurt our production. We definitely need to get a counter spy in Zion. How many more spies can we have? We can get another spy. Do we know who it was? Just says an enemy spy. Starting to get really annoying, that is. So when we get somewhere that has the ability to build again, we'll get another spy and put it in Zion, because I need this thing to stop getting destroyed all the time, because that's causing a lot of problems for me. So Montezuma's declared war on Victoria. Montezuma, someone who calls me a warmonger, is declaring war on somebody else.
He's like burning a Renaissance.
So choose a new civic. Let's go for cultural heritage, because we could certainly get Sydney Opera House. It'd be nice if we could. So yeah, let's keep going into Toronto. Get some more production coming out of that. 33 turns though, and the question is, do I pause that and try and finish this, get this repaired first? It's a difficult decision. And I wish I had more money now so I could just go ahead and... I'd still have to repair those things before I could buy the factory anyway. Here is a missionary trying to come in. Apparently I'd have a major victory if I tried to attack, but they're not going to get much done, so I don't really care. So you have gained sources. So we don't have a promotion for you, but we can choose a new mission. It's only a 50% chance of getting the great work. Let's try and steal some money. Because if we can steal some money quite quickly... Oh, England's forward settled you down there as well. That's nice of them. That's why you're sort of sending your missionaries everywhere. But yeah, if we can steal some money, then we can go ahead and build a power plant. But yeah, I really want... Oh, we do have a swordsman. Okay. But I still want to have some sort of defensive units down here, just in case Germany does decide to attack. So England might try and spread their religion, but say I've got an Inquisitor here. And we've got plenty of faith, so we could just buy a load more missionaries if we wanted to. What we could go ahead and do... We'll see what happens with this missionary here. Is we could go ahead and just purchase ourselves an apostle and get ready to sort of beat them up. So you're just going to go and stay there. Can we attack you with our Inquisitor? We can, and we get a major victory, apparently. Now, he can't attack me back because missionaries can't actually attack. So missionaries can get involved in theological combat. They can be the target of a theological attack, but they can't actually attack themselves. So we need to get another worker. We need to get another spy. Looks like Greece is sending a lot of apostles down and another settler. Yeah, you've sort of moved quite far away now.
Chemists do not usually stutter.
There's chemistry done. Let's go in and get... I'm not even bothered about necessarily wanting to build the spaceport to launch the satellite. Let's go in and get advanced flight so we can see if there's any aluminium around. Unit needs orders. You are going to heal up. You get yourselves a promotion. Religious spread is triple strength. There, get relic. Could be useful. If we die in theological combat, we get a relic. Relics do improve tourism, so that is well worth having. Decent amount of money coming in now, though, so again, I still forgot to do what I said I was going to do, which was check this thing here, which was stupid on me. So I should go and have a look there. Really not liking all of these apostles you're moving in here with Greece. Could I attack you and win? Major defeat. Now, why would I get a major defeat? Because you're getting a bonus to combat from Theocracy, 5 from Religious Order, 1 due to difficulty, and -1 because it's a damaged unit. It's almost like everything is against me for being able to win a fight against these guys, which I just find quite frankly preposterous. Let's go and get the amphitheatre. Let's just go and have a look. So we've got 27 turns on this guy. How long would it take to... Right, only 1 turn to repair the workshop and 2 turns to repair the factory. I think it's probably worth getting them repaired first. Patala Palace has been built. That's fine. We're not working on that. I'll be so gutted now, of course, if I lose Crystal de Redentor by 1 or 2 turns. So you guys are actually fighting each other, but now you're deciding to fight my apostle, are you? I can always move the apostle off that tile and attack you and get another apostle. Well, no, we can't. We can get another missionary. But we're on the holy site, so we're just going to keep healing up while we stand there. So if that's the game they want to play, that's fine. So we could go ahead and attack with the Inquisitor. We would get a major defeat, but we'd still be in the city, so we'd be safe from any counterattack. And that gets your health down to near 0. And then we could... still be a major defeat, apparently, even though that should be a win for us. So that helps with the whole religion thing. I'm hoping these guys still carry on fighting with each other. So, yeah, let's go ahead and repair that factory. Then we'll go back on to Cristo de Redentor. We want to go to, I guess, carry on with Hong Kong. It does give us a little bit of production. I'm not really micromanaging my trade routes. I probably should be. And trying to see if we can get one sent to somewhere that would give us slightly better yields, but don't really need to on this difficulty level. The one thing I did want to check was the victory types. We're leading in everything apart from military strength, and even then we're in 3rd place. So if we look on the culture now, we have 24 of 157. So we are actually catching up quite nicely with Greece now, and it won't be long before we overtake them. So as long as things carry on the way they are, I think we should probably be able to win this game with the victory type that we are intending. That said, we've gone well over the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to end the video here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 6. I will see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.